following your love of the game. It doesn't just relate to hockey players. First-time Junior A head coach Brian Passmore of the Cowichan Valley Capitals is following his passion.
I've played this game my whole life, and I have a passion for the game. I study the game and stay up late at night and watch all the highlights and never stop learning. And you know, when I stopped playing hockey, I moved out here from Toronto, Ontario, and with my wife. And not knowing anyone locally on the island, I got in around the hockey arena, just helping out with some local hockey schools and instructing at some camps and clinics. I fell in love with that, and then I was able to coach at the Bantam level in minor hockey, and just the reception I got from the parents and the players, I fell in love with that, and ever since then I've you know, continued to build relationships and study the game.
Before making the jump to the BCHL, Brian was the head coach at Shawnigan Lake for their prep school Bantam hockey program. The transition from that to the junior hockey game has its differences.
Well, I noticed right away that, you know, the kids are faster, stronger. You know, they're more receptive to what I'm trying to show them. I don't have to go over it and over it so many times. You know, I think the kids we have here are all great kids. I could run a lot of the drills I like to do, and you know, not have to just work on the basics all the time.
He's real positive attitude coming in the year. A lot of new ideas, new drills, stuff like that. So I think he's had a real positive impact on the team.
Brian's bringing a lot of attention to detail to our group. You know, in practices we're working hard on stuff that he's trying to get through to us, and you know, he's been really good to us so far. He really understands what it's like to be a player too. He played at a high level himself, so I think the transition from him from playing to coaching has been pretty good.
It's a lot, you know. So far, you know, you work on so many different areas of the game where one thing's going and something else isn't going, and once you think that you have that addressed, then you know you got to work on the power play or something else. So every day there's a challenge, and it's been great coming into the rink. And obviously our record isn't where we want it to be, but you know, we are getting better and better each day, and we're sticking together as a team, and that's the main thing, and that's what being a hockey team is all about.
The season's at its halfway point, and as Brian said, the team hasn't had the success on the ice they were looking for, but he knows what the team has to do to turn things around.
It's a mental thing where you got to stay positive, you got to take it one day at a time, and some days you don't get the results you want, but it's not from lack of effort, it's not from lack of an attitude or coming with the right approach every day.
He approaches it like every opportunity is a chance to learn. You know, every loss, okay, we got to break it down, see what we did wrong, and try and learn from that. And that's his biggest thing, is let's learn from the mistakes, so at the end of the year, you know, we're ready to go.
There's always going to be a little bit of tough love, but you know, Brian's probably one of the most positive coaches I've ever had. And you know, if you make a mistake, he's not going to be the one to tear a strip off you right away. He's going to give you a chance to kind of redeem yourself out there, and that's really important because we got a young group in the locker room as well, and I think he understands that. If
you're not winning, you're learning. There's no losing. It's just mostly learning. And if you can get better from the losses, then that's something we can take moving forward here. When the wins come, that taste of winning is something you don't want to let go. We're very close, and it's just, you know, right now we're in a funk where we're vulnerable, where one little thing goes wrong, it can affect you. And that mental state is such a big part of the game, and that's where I feel the main focus should be right now, is just staying strong, staying together, not letting negative distractions outside affect us or anything to do with who's saying what. It's what's said in the room stays in the room, and that's the way it should be with the team.
There's still lots of hockey to be played this season. And Brian's goal for the team is simple.
We want to get wins. Our goal is to make the playoffs. We want to put some string of wins together and getting a good feeling around the community.
I think we're close. We're getting there. Teams are saying that we're really hard to play against, which is good. And we just gotta, you know, stay out of the penalty box and really bear down on chances when we get them, and then tighten up defensively, and I think we'll be fine after that.
We're doing a great job on the defense. Our penalty kill is much better, and our power play has been pretty good all year. If we string all those things together at the right time and not panic so much and blow it all up, I think it's going to be where we're starting to see some wins come in, and then you learn to win. Sometimes losing is a habit, we know that, but we've talked about all those things, and I think the important thing is just to remind the players that, you know, it's positive will always come above the negative here, and if we can move forward like that, I think we'll be all right.